Hello, good morning. My name is Kat. It's Saturday the 6th of June, and today we're looking at the next passage in our Moravian text, which is Luke chapter 1, verses 5 to 25, the birth of John the Baptist foretold. As I was thinking about what to say, I have a few things to share, a few things that stood out to me that I felt God pushed me towards more, directed me towards more. Ultimately, I pray that you experience and that you hear something of God in this today, despite anything that I have to say. At the start of this passage, we're introduced to Zachariah and Elizabeth, who are both described as upright in the sight of God and observers of all the Lord's commandments and regulations. We learn that they don't have any children and that Elizabeth is old in years. They're described to me as a steady, consistent pair through the pain of what we later read to be their unanswered prayer. In this passage, we join Zachariah at what would likely have been a high point in his vocation as a priest. As he was burning incense in the temple, an angel of the Lord appeared to him, who tells him that his wife will have a son, who will be a delight and a joy, great in the sight of the Lord. And Gabriel, the angel, speaks incredible promises over this child's life. And I love that as the promises are spoken, and they're phenomenal in terms of this child preparing people for the Lord to come. I read a commentary on this passage that in that sense referred to it as a sign that Christmas is coming, that John the Baptist is to be born to prepare the way for the Lord. I also love that there is an element of delight that his parents will experience in him as a son, and that is told. At this point, I understand that there had been what is understood to be a 400-year silence in the Bible from God. It's maybe no wonder that Zachariah was startled and gripped with fear at Gabriel. Zachariah, on hearing from Gabriel, questioned what he had heard and how he could be sure of this. And as a result, Zachariah was struck dumb until the day he confirmed the child's name as John. And I love that the name John means God is gracious. God was gracious to Zachariah. When Zachariah came out of the temple and able to speak, he made signs to those who were there, who realised that he'd seen a vision and wasn't able to speak. When the time came for his work to be over, he returned home. His wife Elizabeth became pregnant and she gave the glory to God. Elizabeth is somebody that I would love to meet or to hear speak at a conference, as 21st century as that sounds. I feel really humbled by the words that she uses. Her first recorded words in the passage are, "The Lord has done this for me." She praises God and she does not hide her previous pain in the disgrace that she felt at not having a child. Her words are so small in this passage, and for me they're so important. Depending on your translation, she refers to God as kind and gracious. To me, God's grace is weaved through this passage. God is gracious. I pray that you are reminded of that today.